Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's me, Xeno_Consoles here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to bypass your plugins. So this could be either if your console doesn't want to turn on, or if it's getting a frozen boot logo because of a bad plugin on your console. This is kind of how to bypass that, and this is a good way to also just reset plugins and such like that. So basically, all you're going to want to go do is turn the console on. This console is perfectly fine. I'm just going to kind of use it as an example. So it's going to normally boot up. And then it's going to load up into the, or usually if yours doesn't work, it probably won't even get past that, or, so on and so forth. But you saw how it booted into Freestyle, so that's our indication of knowing, hey, like, that's where it's supposed to boot. But it's not booting there, so let's just say theoretically it's not booting there. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the console. So basically, if your console's not booting, you're going to need a thumb drive. This is the easiest way in my opinion. Just get a thumb drive, and then you're going to go ahead and go on a laptop, and you're going to go ahead and make a new file, and then you're going to make a text document. Oh, sorry about that. You're going to make a text document, and you're going to name it launch. And then you're going to go in and go to the end of it, and then you're going to backspace, oh, I spelled launch wrong. And then you're going to click .ini. And then it's going to ask you, like, do you want to change the file extension? Just click yes. And honestly, if you don't know how to get to the end of the file extensions, you can just go into your file explorer. And then just go into like a random folder or something. And then click view. And then at the end right there, you'll see file name extensions. You just check that little box and it'll show you all the file name extensions. So then you're going to want to go ahead and put that onto a flash drive. So I'm going to go ahead and, there's already a launch.ini file on here, but I'm going to go ahead and delete it. This is just a test USB I have, so that's why there's stuff on here already. And then you're just going to drag it onto the USB. It can be completely empty, you can have stuff on it, it doesn't matter. So then you're going to go ahead and unplug it. You're going to go ahead and plug it into the console now. And turn it on. And then it should boot up just fine. And as you can see, it took me to the dashboard this time. It didn't take me to that freestyle dash. So this means we have bypassed our plugin successfully. So now you can just go into your, I'm just going to sync up a controller. You can just go into you can go into your XEX menu, which should be on all of my preloaded consoles. And then, oops, I guess I loaded up a game by accident. My bad. Make sure I load up XEX menu this time. And then you can go into you're gonna flip over from the USB because it'll take you to the USB first. And then you go into Homebrew and Dash Launch and Default XEX. And then this is where you're gonna fix your plugins. Because it's gonna be a clean. It's gonna go off of it's gonna go off the launch.ini and your USB right there. So you're gonna go ahead and just basically remake your plugins again. So you're gonna go ahead and this is just how I set up my my consoles. I always put it to boot into Freestyle, and then I always put in the XBDM, the JRPC2, and the Innovation Cracked. Oh, I'm gonna put the JRPC2 And then I usually leave that third one blank for whatever people decide to use their stealth server on, and then I put Innovation Cracked right there. And then all you do is just click X on your HDD and you're done. You can just go ahead and reboot. So you're going to turn off the console. You're going to unplug your USB because you don't want it to load up that launch INI again. You want it to load up the new one you made on your hard drive. But these plugins, I don't know exactly what plugins you use. This doesn't have to be my plugins. It could be any. It can be your custom set of plugins, whatever. It's not my decision. And there you go. It's gonna boot up. And as you can see, we've booted back into Freestyle Dash successfully through our launch INI that we just created. So there you go, guys. That's how to bypass your plugins, reset your plugins, and everything else. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.